Glad you like the new painting style. I like it too because it's a little slower to reveal, but at the same time, it's more detailed in the end. That style. I like that. Cleopatra's a good guess. Hang on to that. Number 20. A rare female. Oh, I forgot to tell you. We're doing the top 20 famous women of the ancient world. I guess I told you. A rare female philosopher of the ancient world. This lady was connected with a group known for mystical math. Mystical math. Possibly she was married to Pythagoras. Possibly. She wrote on ethics and gender roles. This is way back. A Pythagorean thinker and early voice in moral philosophy. So anybody know? She's Greek. She's Greek. 6th century BC. So this is, I mean, that's before Alexander, right? I think. Isn't that before Alexander? I think so. Before, possibly married to Pythagoras. Mystical math. I knew I'd stump you with that one. This lady's name is Theano. 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 Learn something every day on Quick Bite History Live. Theano. All right, let's go to number 19. Let's see how many times I can stump you. They're all famous. They're the 20 most famous women of the ancient world. This lady was born in Syria, but rose to Roman prominence. You know, because Rome expanded to Syria around 160 to 200 AD, more around there. She played a key role in the Severan dynasty. So that's the general that became the emperor, General Severan. Anyway, wife to Septimius Severus. I know I'm not saying that right. Septimius Severus. This is wife. A Roman empress who wielded real political power. Now, she is a fairly famous name in Roman circles for women. You might remember it once I say it. Any guesses? Any guesses? You can look her up. That's all right. That's all right. We're generally going to know it when you do that. But it's all right. If you can Google real quick. This is Julia Domna. Julia Domna. 217 CE or AD Roman. There you go. Choose number 19. Let's go to number 18. Now this is going back in time again. This is back 5th century BC. Okay, and this is in Persia. She advised the Persian king during a famous sea battle. She led ships in a major conflict against the Greeks. She was an admiralist. How would you say that? How would you say a woman admiral? I don't know. Fought at the Battle of Salamis. She earned the respect of Xerxes. We've heard of him. And she is a rare female naval commander in ancient warfare. Now, we have featured her on Quick Bite History Live several times in different categories. There you go, Stuart. See, Stuart remembered. Stuart remembered. That's right. This is Artemisia the First of Aria. Artemisia the First. She was the admiralist or admiraless. Yeah, there she is. Wow. Okay. Looking good. I haven't looked at her before. I finally got a chance to look. Number 17. This lady was a master of the Roman court politics. Now, I will tell you that, again, we're doing the countdown. So they will get easier when we get closer to number 1. This lady married her uncle to gain power. So if you know any Roman stuff, you might remember the story. She was the mother of a future emperor. And I'm going to tell you, she manipulated events to put Nero on the throne. So this is Nero's mom. Nero's mom. Anybody know who Nero's mom was? She was eventually killed by her own son. And that's part of the story. That's part of the story. So she first married her uncle to get the power. Then she used that position to put Nero on the throne. And then Nero was such a nut, he killed her. But you guys don't remember who it is, huh? This is 59 AD. 59 AD. I don't see the answer up there anywhere. So I guess I'm going to tell you. This is Agrippina the Younger. Agrippina the Younger. Remember that whole younger and elder thing? This is Agrippina the Younger. Okay. Remember. All right. Let's move across the world and see if you do any better. I doubt it. This is a Han Dynasty scholar. She completed her brother's historical work. She advocated for education even for girls. She wrote lessons for women. She was China's first recorded female historian. And we're talking about 100 AD in China. It's a hard one. It's a hard one. This lady's name is Ban Zhao. Ban Zhao. Banzhao. Okay. I don't think I'm going to remember that one. She did teach at an imperial court and influence the Confucian education of future emperors. Now, I know these first ones were kind of hard. They get a tiny bit, a scoochum easier as we move forward. Some names you've heard of. Some of you. Yeah, well, when you got to come up with 20 women from the ancient world, you're going to have some obscure ones. You might be able to name 10, right? But 20? It'll be a little hard. All right. You know this one, though. She commissioned massive temples and monuments. She is often depicted in male pharaonic garb. She expanded Egyptian trade dramatically. She ruled as a pharaoh for over 2 decades, 20 years. She is one of Egypt's most successful female rulers. And she was the big builder. Not Nefertiti, not Cleopatra. Nice guesses, though. Nice guesses. Nice guesses. And I think Nefertiti did wear a hat like this. I think she did. A pharaonic garb. This is 1500 BC. So well before Cleopatra. Well before Cleopatra. And she was a big builder. You might know. Massive temples and monuments. There you go, Stuart! Miss Hat, Check, Suit. You gotta sound it out. Hat, Yep. So, later, pharaohs tried to erase her legacy, literally carving her out of history. That's not nice. All right. Let's go to England. This lady led a fiery rebellion against the Roman Empire. She burned major Roman cities to the ground. She was a queen of the Iceni tribe. She fought to avenge her daughters and people. So I think you know. Who knows? Hey, Knight, what's going on? Not out in the house. Good to see you. Yeah, you guys know this one. You guys know this one. Good job. I think Stewart got it. But out close behind with improper spelling. A massive statue for Boudica. Boudica stands near Westminster Bridge in London. Have you guys seen that? Have you guys seen the Boudica statue? That sounds cool. This was all the way back in 61 AD. There you go. Studied her in school. I did not. I've studied her on Quick Bite History Live. Number 13. This is the daughter of Rome's first emperor. So you have to think now, who was the first emperor? And that I'm going to give you that one. That was Augustus, if you recall. Right after Julius Caesar, it was Augustus. She was caught between duty and desire. Women. Known for her political marriages and scandal. She was banished by her own father, Augustus. Anybody remember who this is? She was banished by her own father. Her life highlighted Rome's strict control of women. So the rest of the story is she was quite a philanderer for a woman. She had a high libido. And so her father had to banish her. Anybody remember the story? No. This is right around zero. This is right 39 BC to 14 AD. That's her lifespan. So, right around zero. This is Julia the Elder. Julia the Elder. Julia is the daughter of Augustus, who had quite the libido. Her exiles show the deep power imbalance in imperial family politics. Women didn't have many rights. There you go. All right. So this one's interesting. Do you get it? She's the daughter of two of antiquity's most famous lovers. This is the love child. She was taken to Rome as a political trophy, but she later ruled a North African kingdom. She married King Juba II of Mauritania. Mauritania, that's where all the gold was, right? Anybody know this one? Yeah. Come on now. This is the daughter of two of antiquity's most famous lovers. Who are some of the most famous lovers? Her mother, Cleopatra VII's legacy is well known. No, nobody knows. This is Cleopatra's daughter and Mark Antony's daughter, Cleopatra Selene II. Cleopatra Selene, of course. She was a cultural bridge between Egypt, Rome, and Berber Africa. So she was actually kind of cool, right? I mean, kind of being the love child and then marrying the King Juba of Mauritania. That's pretty cool. Anyway, we seem to know all about it. Number 11. Let's see if you can get this one. This lady's from Alexandria. She taught philosophy, astronomy, and math. She was a scientist. When we're talking about 400 AD, okay, 400 AD, right at the end of the Roman Empire, right? She led a school of Neo-Platonist thinkers, of Plato thinkers. She worked in the famed Library of Alexandria before it was burned to the ground. She was murdered during a time of religious tension. Bummer. A brilliant scholar and symbol of knowledge lost. So as anybody know, I mean, she's kind of famous in history because she was this well-known philosopher, astronomy, math. She had the school of Neoplatonists, and she worked in the Library of Alexandria. She was a brilliant scholar, and she was murdered. This is Hypatia. Hypatia. So learn something every day on Quick Bite History Live. Her death marked the decline of classical learning in the ancient world. There you go. All right, so this is the other one. I'll let you sit on that clue. She's known for one of the most famous sculptures in the world. She co-ruled during a time of religious revolution. She is the wife of Pharaoh Akhenaten. That ought to be enough. There you go. You guys know this one. Promise. Hey, Stuart, you knew Hypatia. I see your answer now. Your slow internet fooled me. This is not Hypatia. This is the other one that everybody's answering. She helped promote worship of the sun god, Aten. Aten. She is a queen remembered for her power and beauty. Remember, she's famous for the Nefertiti bust, right? Nefertiti. Now, she is after Hatshepsut. She is 1350 BC, so slightly after Hatshepsut. Some scholars believe she may have ruled as pharaoh under another name. They just didn't want to report it. There you go. I guess after her husband died, she got to rule as pharaoh. All right. Hopefully you'll get a couple more. Number 9. Another Roman lady. She is the mother of 2 reformers. As anybody know, 2 reformers in Rome. She lived a life of Roman virtue and learning. She turned down a king's marriage proposal. She is famous for calling her sons her jewels. She embodied the ideal Roman matron. Now, this is her sons were, I can't remember their names, but they co-ruled. DiGiulio, no, it's not DiGiulio. She has a rather unique name, though. Very unique name. This is Cornelia. Cornelia. It's around 100 BC, so you know it's a while ago. This is Cornelia Africana. That's not familiar at all. She's been in some of our shows too. Cornelia Africana. Her letters and reputation helped shape Rome's view of motherhood and womanhood. That's what she's known for. There you go. Learn something every day. Let's go back to a Greek lady around 300 BC. Okay, I'll give you a little hint. From Macedonia. From Macedonia. She practiced religious rites involving snakes. That's a bad start. That's a bad start right there. She was married to a famous Macedonian king. She is a fierce defender of her son's succession. So she is the mother of guess who? Who's she the mother of? She's the mother of Alexander the Great. But what's her name? Do you remember the name of the mother of Alexander the Great? Who was quite famous on her own right. She played ruthless political games to protect her power. Yeah, Alexander's mom. And stored all that. Something sinking in. I think she's been on the show before. In a different category of some sort. Maybe different clues. I don't know. Olympias is correct. Good job. Olympias. Some accounts suggest she claimed her son was divine, fathered by Zeus. Oh, well. That sounds like a story. Okay, here we go. Another Roman lady. She has an interesting past. She was married to 3 different powerful Roman men. There you go. She used political savvy to stay influential. She waged war against Octavian. She commanded legions during the civil conflict. One of the few Roman women to lead troops. Does anybody remember when we talk about a Roman woman that was a soldier, that was a leader? Anybody remember who this is? And she was married to 3 different Roman men, and she's the one who went to war against Octavian. It's hard. Roman historians portrayed her as dangerously ambitious. Probably because they were afraid of her. Anybody remember her name? I think you'll know it when I say it. This is Fulvia. 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 In around 50 BC. 50 BC. Fulvia. There you go. All right, we're down to number 6. And this lady is making like her 10th appearance in different categories on Quick Bite History. So I'm thinking you might get it because of that. And she began as a concubine in China. She became empress by sheer strategy. She reorganized the court and civil exams. I don't know if you know the whole civil exam story in China. We'll talk about that another day, perhaps. She ruled during the Tang Dynasty. She is the only woman to ever declare herself emperor in China. Do you remember who this is? She started as a concubine. Tang Dynasty. Only emperor, woman emperor. Kind of illustrious. And she has been on the show many times. I don't see the answer yet. Anybody know? Well, I don't know if you're going to kick yourself or not, because you probably won't. Wu Zetian. That sound familiar? Wu Zetian. 700 AD. Lucy Liu. She looks a lot like Lucy Liu. Absolutely. Only woman to ever declare herself emperor. She created a brief dynasty of her own, the Zhao dynasty. Zhao dynasty. All right, we're down to the top five. Top five women of the ancient world. I don't know if that makes them easier or not. A couple of them are easier. You can remember a couple of the names. This is another Greek lady from Greece, a famed conversationalist and teacher. She was a close companion of a powerful Athenian leader. She influenced rhetoric and political theory. She scandalized some due to her intellect and independence. I don't know what that means exactly. She was the partner of Pericles in classical Athens. This is way back again, 450 BC. 450 BC. Anybody know this? Yeah. She was, let's see, Plato, Socrates, and others are believed to have attended her discussion. So she led the little groups that got together and talked philosophy in Greece. This is the leader. Nobody knows? Aspasia of Miletus. That's not familiar? Aspasia of Miletus. All right, learn something every day. You know how it goes. All right. That's another Roman lady. We have lots of Roman ladies, and because that was in the ancient world. This lady was married to the first Roman emperor. So we know that was Augustus. So this lady was married to Augustus, and she's the mother of the second emperor. And she was accused of subtle manipulation. Woman things. She was known for her grace and quiet power. And she became Rome's first deified woman. So she was popular. And this is right around zero, the year zero. Augustus. Married to Augustus. Anybody know? Who was Augustus's wife? Famous. She was famous for taking care of poor people in the streets in Rome. That was one of her things. So the Olivia Madao is very close. I think we're going to give you credit. We're going to give Madao the game. Livia Drusilla. Livia Drusilla. Livia lived into her 80s. Wow. And may have outlasted many of her political rivals. There you go. That's how she got deified. All right, you know this lady. Number 3, though. She did speak multiple languages fluently. She used diplomacy and seduction strategically. Yes, she did. And she had children with both Julius Caesar and Mark Antony. She fought for Egyptian sovereignty, and she was Egypt's last pharaoh. All right. Robus, I appreciate your complete answer. That is correct. This is Cleopatra the 7th. Not number 5. Not number 9. Like the song. Number 9. This is number 7. Cleopatra the 7th. She was 50 BC. 50 BC, because this was Julius Caesar time, right? But just before Augustus, right? Octavian, all that stuff. Her dramatic death by ass bite became the stuff of legend and opera. Did you know there's a Cleopatra opera? Have you guys seen that? That sounds cool. Maybe we can put that on you. Cleopatra opera. Maybe we'll just do that for our live show next time. Just watch the Cleopatra opera and do comment section. That's it. Sounds all right. If we just watch a movie and do the comment section. All right, number 2, Roman. She converted to Christianity later in life. She went on a pilgrimage to Jerusalem. She was made a saint in the Christian church. She allegedly discovered the true cross. Now, here's the only clue that makes any sense to anybody. She is the mother of Constantine the Great. This is a little further down the road, right? This is almost the fall of the Roman Empire. This is like 300 AD. 300 AD. Churches across Europe and Middle East are dedicated to her memory. Hey, doctor. The doctor. Oh, and Matt Al got it too. You guys are awesome. Looks just like her, right? The robot's got it. That's how you got it. You go, wow, that looks like Helena. That looks like Empress Helena. That's right, number 2. So a surprising number 1 pick coming up, but she is a famous lady from Greece. And probably should be the key clue. She lived on the island of Lesbos. Yes, Lesbos. She wrote lyrical poetry on love and beauty. She was revered by ancient and modern scholars alike. Revered. Her verses influenced Western literature deeply. Very good. Doctor, I guess we'll say you got that first, although it looks more like syphilis than Sappho, but we'll say that was first. Madal, Doctor, Alex? Alex, I don't think you're right. You're probably wrong. Stuart, you got it. The greatest female poet of the ancient world. Well, that was good that you at least got the last one, right? And you need a quick backdrop. So you had that going for you. This is Sappho. Sappho. Well, a long time ago. 500 BC. Or 600 BC. 600 BC. There you go. Okay, well, those were kind of hard. Maybe you'll remember them next time.